It has been 461 days since I started investing in Vanguard's VOO, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over how my investment has been performing for me over the last 461 days. Now, guys, I started investing in a brand new portfolio back in January of 2024 with nothing in it. I started with just investing $5 every single day just to see how those small investments could add up over a long period of time. And over the past 461 days, we have seen a lot of ups and a lot of downs in the market. And most recently, we have large corporations such as UPS, Amazon, Microsoft, Facebook laying people off. We have the longest government shutdown ever recorded in US history. And inflation is starting to tick to the upside just a little bit. And just last week, the Fed reduced interest rates by 25 basis points. Now, the market was hoping for 50 points, but the Fed decided to only go ahead and drop that by 25. And on top of that, Jerome Powell released a statement that said, hey, we may not be dropping rates again this year. We may have seen the last interest rate reduction for 2025. And I believe that that spooked the market. Now you add that with some fears that there is an AI bubble that is about to pop in companies such as Palantir and NVIDIA, then you have a little bit of uncertainty in the market. But like I have always stated, and like I continue to say on these videos, we're just going to continue to invest every single day into the market, whether the market is up or the market is down. We're not trying to time the market. We're just trying to invest and chill. And I think I may rename this from the $5 a day investment challenge to just invest and chill, because that's the mindset that we have as we're starting to build wealth. Some of us have started investing more than $5 a day. Now, a lot of you guys have left me comments letting me know that you're investing $200 a month. I've had some people say they're investing $500 a month. I've even had some people that say, hey, you know what? I'm only investing, every other month or whenever I can. Now, that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. But in my opinion, we should be looking to invest every single month into the market. It doesn't have to be daily, but dollar cost averaging is the way to go. If you haven't started investing in the stock market, right now is the time to actually jump in. We've got layoffs going on all across the country. The government is shut down and the job market is restricting. Being able to invest in the stock market and hold for the long term gives you the ability to have some financial stability and some financial control. We don't want corporations and government to control how our financial future lays out for us when we can do that ourselves. So if you haven't started investing, take this video as a sign. You clicked on this video for a reason. Take this as a sign that for 2026, you are going to take the step of investing in the market and securing your financial future. Let's take a look at how my investment in VOO has been performing. So right now, you are taking a look at my investment in VOO, and at the very top left of my screen here, you'll see that I have an open P&L of $451.24, and my account is up 19.22%. So since January of 2024, when I started investing in VOO, I'm up almost 20%. And that's with all the turmoil in the market going up, the market going down, and of course, the recent instability in the market right now. Well, uncertainty, I don't want to say instability. The recent uncertainty in the market going on right now, we are still up almost 20%. Now, I have had several people leave comments on previous videos that says, hey, Clarence, man, why are you investing in the stock market at or near all-time highs? And I mentioned this in a previous video. I'm dollar cost averaging into this portfolio. And to be honest with you, I know I'm going to be investing whenever the market is at all-time highs. But guess what? I'm also going to be investing when it pulls back to 52-week lows. So I'm just going to invest and chill, right? That's the new theme, invest and chill. And if you take a look to the right, you'll see that my daily P&L, so on the day, I'm up $7.24 and I'm up 0.26%. So that's my daily P&L. And then right below that, you're going to see I have a market value of $2,799.39. So that's the total market value of my investment in VOO. And I have a total cost of $2,348.15. And I have an average price of $522.25. So that's the average price that I've been able to purchase VOO at whenever it goes in every single day and makes its purchase. I have a total quantity of 4.496, so almost 4.5 shares of VOO. And this investment represents almost 38% of my total portfolio. Now, guys, I know some of you guys have watched some of my previous videos whenever I give my updates. This is one of 3 investments that I have in this portfolio. So I have VOO, SCHD, and I also have VGT. So VOO makes up 37.76% of this portfolio. And the last price that I was able to purchase VOO at was $622.61. All right, right here on this screen, I always like to show you guys what VOO has been doing. So at close today, VOO traded at $622.86. And if you take a look to the right, you'll see that it has a high on the day of $626 and it has a low on the day of $619.83. So on the day, it's traded in a very tight band. And then if you take a look right below that, you'll see that we opened right at $620.59. And then in the middle column, you'll see we have a 52-week high. So that's the highest price that VOO has been at in the last rolling 12 months is $634.13. And the 52-week low is $440.18. So just like I had previously mentioned, when people ask me why I'm investing when the market is at or near all-time highs, I also remind them I was able to invest when it was at the 52-week low as well. And you saw that in my average price. All right, so right now we're taking a look at a monthly candlestick chart for VOO. And as you can see, we've continued to move to the upside. Now, this past month, we have seen a minor pullback in this position. We've seen a minor pullback across the entire stock market, but as of today, we did have some positions that tried to rally that really moved the S&P 500. So Nvidia, Palantir, names like that actually move the S&P 500, and those positions were trying to rally today, which we did see a little bit of relief from the pullback that we had on Tuesday. So we have seen some pullback from that $634.13 that we hit the previous month. In my opinion, VOO for the long term will eventually hit $1,000 per share. And more importantly, a lot of the stocks that are in the S&P 500, that Mag 7, your Metas, your Nvidias, your Microsofts, your Apples, all of those companies have been moving to the upside and hitting all-time highs, and those positions move the S&P 500. So will we get a pullback in the market? We could, but again, we're just going to continue to invest in this position every single day. All right, now let's talk a little bit about dividends. I have received a total of $30.33 in dividends since I started investing in this position nearly 2 years ago. And one thing that I've noticed is that my dividend payouts have continued to increase. And whenever I get my dividend payouts, they're automatically reinvested back into my position. So it's not being deposited into my account. It's actually just going in and purchasing more fractions of VOO. So the very first dividend that I received was back in March of 2024, 97 cents. The second dividend that I received was in July of 2024, $2.36. And then I received a dividend in October of 2024, $3.18. The next one was on December 27th of 2024, $4.34. The next one was in April of 2025, $5.60. And then I received a dividend payout of $6.47, and that was of July of 2025. And then I received my last dividend payout on October 2nd of 2025 in the amount of $7.41. So every single time that I get a dividend, it has been increasing because the number of shares that I have, or the number of fractional shares that I have been increasing. Now, it's going to take a while for me to be able to get enough dividends from this position to actually buy a full share of VOO, but I'm not really too concerned about that because the way that I'm viewing the dividends is that's just the extra return that I get. So I'm up almost 20% in this position. And then the dividend is kind of like the icing on top of the cake. And I get that as an additional payout. I'm up almost 20% in my investment in VOO. So I'm definitely happy with the direction that my investment is going. And $5 is enough for most people to start investing with. Maybe you can't start investing $5 a day. Maybe you can only invest $10 a week, $30 a month, $40 a month. Whatever you can start with, that's what you should start with. And then you can work your way into investing more every single week or every single month, however you want to do it. Now, I've also said in previous videos, guys, that I'm investing every single day for the purposes of investing in this portfolio on my channel, but you don't have to do that. I invest weekly in my other brokerage accounts, and I invest monthly in my Roth 401k. So the choice is yours on how you want to invest. The most important thing is just getting in the market. So now I want to go through some of the comments that I received on my last VOO update. Guys, I always appreciate the comments that you guys leave. I try to respond to every single comment that you guys leave on my videos. Sometimes it takes me a couple of days to get to it, but I try to respond to every single comment that you guys leave. And the very first comment that I received was, what if you had to stop the auto contributions and haven't been able to put any other funds into your portfolio? So just to clarify a little bit more on this question, guys, I have been talking about setting up your portfolio to automatically invest every single day, every single week, whatever cadence that works for you. And if you're in a spot where you either have to stop your contributions or pull your contributions back, that's completely fine. I understand that things do happen and plans often change, but my recommendation would be is try to figure out how to get the money from somewhere else other than the money that you have going into your investment accounts. I'm big on creating a budget and sticking to that budget and using that money that I budget to invest. If you guys are interested in me making a video on how I would actually budget a specific amount of income, leave a comment down below and let me know, and I'll get on that for you guys. The second comment that I want to read is, today I just set up my first brokerage account with VOO at $200 a week. I'm super excited about the long-term growth potential. Guys, I love seeing comments like that. And my hope is that this person actually started investing after watching one of my videos. I just want to give you guys enough knowledge to get you started with investing in the market. There's so many things out there that discourage people from getting in the market and taking control of their financial futures. The way that we're investing in these portfolios, it allows us to put money in and we don't have to actually watch it every day. I understand that there are people out there that don't want to watch CNBC or look at stock charts every day like I do. That's something that I like to do. Not everybody wants to do that. Some people want to put their money in the market, let it grow, and go about their day. And this is the way to do it. So shout out to you for opening up that account. If you're watching this video, drop a comment and let me know how your investment is doing so far. All right, so the next comment that I'm going to read is, do I need to do anything or just put the funds into my account? So guys, I'm going to be starting a brand new $5 a day investment challenge in January of 2026. I have narrowed my list of funds that I'm looking at to around 3 or 4, and I'm going to be making my choice over the next few weeks. And I'm going to let you guys know what I plan to invest in starting in January of 2026. But to answer this question, whenever you put money into your account, you either have to set up your auto purchase of whatever fund that you want to invest in, or you have to manually go in and make the purchase of the investment that you'd like to select. Let me know, guys. I plan on including a very brief overview in my next video of how I go in and set up my auto purchases. If you guys will want to see that, leave a comment down below. Let me know. I'll make sure to include that in my next video. So if there's anyone that wants to either understand how to go in and purchase a fractional share, or if you want just to see how I set up my auto investing, just leave a comment down below and let me know. All right, and then the last comment that I'll read here is, sorry for the noob question, but how does one invest 5, 10, or whatever small amount of money into a stock whose price is over $600 a share? I invest via E-Trade and you can't purchase fractional shares. So another good question. So I have never used E-Trade, but I do know that there are some brokerages out there that do not allow you to purchase fractional shares of ETFs and index funds. And based on your comment, I'm guessing that E-Trade is one of those companies that does not allow you to do that. I also use Charles Schwab. Charles Schwab does not allow you to purchase fractional shares of ETFs either. But we do have access to some brokerages that will allow you to do so. Webull is one of them. Robinhood is one of them. Fidelity is one of them. And a new investing app that I've been taking a look at really hard is called Moomoo. And Moomoo allows you to do that as well. So take a look at one of those brokerages. And my suggestion would be is if you're looking to invest in fractional shares, that you either open an account in one of those brokerages or you just move your E-Trade account over to one of those brokerages so you can actually just start investing in fractional shares. Good question that has come up several times in previous videos. Fractional shares are the way to go, and that's how we're able to invest our $5 a day into VOO. All right, so that's my investment in VOO. I'm up almost 20% in that investment, and I'm satisfied with where I'm at as of right now. But what do you guys think? What do you think about my investment in VOO? Have you started investing? If you have, let me know how that's going. Or is your account up? Is your account down? And then lastly, what would you guys want me to invest in starting in January of 2026? I've narrowed my list down to about 3 different index funds, but I'm always curious to hear what you guys think. Leave a comment and let me know.